Happy Easter! My name is Jenn and I'm part of Orchard Kids on our Grundy County campus. And we just want to say welcome to everybody who's watching today, no matter where you're at, and a special shout out to our Cedar Falls and Waverly campus people too. We're so pumped for what's about to happen today, and we just want to let you know that Easter Jam is for everybody in your family. So, if you're a teenager, this is for you. College kids, you too. And if you're a younger kid, you already know how to have fun at Orchard Kids, so we're going to ask you to help lead the way in your house today. Adults, buckle up, because this is like an Easter that you've never done before. Am I right? So no matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you. And the only way to not have fun is to not participate. So take a look around your house. Is there anybody missing right now? All right. Hit the pause button and go get them now, because we're about to get started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are only two kinds of people in this world. People who love these things and people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something this cute and grainy? Let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love to eat these things, or show me a thumbs down if you do not. Okay, there are a lot of different opinions out there. No matter how you feel about these, you are going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest peep jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 peeps and assign them to each team. If you don't have any peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows will do the trick as well. Team A gets Peep A, and Team B gets Peep B. You can come up with cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can also use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your peeps, to give them some personality. Draw a mustache on your peep, or give them some angry eyebrows, or a nice little outfit. Let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your peeps for battle. Stick a toothpick in each peep to prepare them for battle. Think of the toothpick as a joust or a lightsaber or a sword. Just depends on how serious your family is about this competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward toward the other peep. Place the 2 combatants on a microwave plate. No social distancing needed. You want the peeps to be close together and facing each other. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer for 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the peeps drop their toothpick like toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other peep first wins. As soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave. Trust me on this one, families. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a pic of that photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait here. How did it go? Who won? I want pictures. Post them with the hashtag OHCEASTERJAM.
I have to admit, that was more fun than I thought. And this happened. All right, are you guys ready for another game? Okay, for this one, you're gonna need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Clean, dirty, doesn't matter for this game as long as they have a match. If you need to go gather your things, go ahead and pause this video and I'll wait right here. Got your basket and your socks? Awesome, great. Now choose 2 people to play and 2 people to be the scorekeepers. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. Don't worry, they'll find the basket real soon. And then put the basket on the opposite side of the room. When I say go, the players are going to find a sock, then find its match, roll it up into a ball or into an Easter egg, and then they're going to toss it into the Easter basket. And the player with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have scorekeepers, you can go ahead and keep track on your own. Now this is based off of the honor system, so I'm trusting everyone to do their part. Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, if needed, go ahead and press pause again to get into position, and I'll wait right here. Everybody ready? Great. We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock, and this Easter egg throwdown is starting in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, families, come back over here. Who won? That was wild. Whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Adults in the room, make sure whoever won gets a special treat today. Maybe one of these things? Okay, maybe not.
I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. We're going to talk about what makes today, more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of friends and family who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. Pause the video and pick one of the challenges on screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Okay, so I just got like 9 texts from my crew saying happy Easter. Thanks guys, nice. Even though we're celebrating a little bit differently than we have before, that's okay, Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of Peep Wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies, although those things are awesome. It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple, it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter and it still amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it like this. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive, and I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to this list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer the question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can blank because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss, and then meet us back here.
Awesome. I love having conversations like these. When I can remember what God has done in the past, it helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. And I hope that's true for you too. And I hope you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, we have one last challenge for you. This one's going to take a technology genius in your family. So maybe it's a parent or step-parent, your aunt, an 8th grader, maybe even is your elementary kid. It doesn't matter who it is, just decide who is that person right now. Got it? Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or in your pajamas. It can be serious faces and smiles, or try one of those silly filters that makes it look like you have Easter bunny ears. Either way, share it with us on social media. Don't forget to use the hashtag OHCEASTERJAM so we can see your family's Easter style too. Maybe now more than ever, this is the time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope He gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy. All right, it's time for a family dance party.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate